Okay, guys, let's go over the Goodreads basics and then we'll get into the juicy stuff, which is contests. Now, first off, you want your book to be up on Goodreads and you want to claim that book as your own. In other words, you're the author. Goodreads a while back switched from an Amazon data feed to an Ingram data feed, so things bungled a little bit, but anyway. To import your book, you can make a CSV file or a text file, choose that file, upload it. You can also make a simple blog page about your book, put that URL right here, upload it like that. Now here's an example from one of my books. The most important thing is include your name and your ASIN, ASIN, or your ISBN, your ISBN, if that's what you have. And then that'll be vacuumed up into Goodreads. If that goes wrong, you can add a book manually. And it's self-explanatory, just the title, publisher, everything, ASIN, put that in, upload that. Now, if everything goes wrong, you can contact Goodreads librarians who are great people. They're going to help you. They're smart. They're quick. So they'll just fix it for you behind the scenes. This is Mish from Kindleboards. And you can just send her a personal message. Contact her directly and say, help. You know, she's helped me before. Great, great person. Okie doke. Now, this book is obviously mine. I claimed it before, but if your book is up on Goodreads and you haven't claimed it, there'll be a button that says, is this your book? And simply you click yes, and you fill out a small form and say, I'm the author. A Goodreads librarian will check the data and say, okay, this is his book, no problem. Boom, now you're an author on Goodreads. Once you're an author, you get an author profile. Now let's go over this. Very, very basic stuff, but very important. Of course, upload a photo. You're a real person. We want to present ourselves well. You can upload more than one, right? And you get a live link here back to your hub, to your author site. Super duper important. Live link to Twitter. Now, about this author is very underutilized because you can do anything here. You can say, do you want to win a Kindle Fire? Come back to my blog, my hub, check it out. You can do anything here. You can put big leverage right here, and then there's the live link. This is very important, and it's right at the top of the page, so Goodreads is being very nice to us. As soon as people check you out, oh, look, a link to win a Kindle Fire. Let me just check that out real quick. Boom, they're at your hub. Okay, now, this is vacuumed up from my blog, Book Pumper, but they have not included the video. I included it here. You can include more than one video. As you see, I have two. Okay, but even when you click through to the full version, this read more will click you through to Goodreads' full version of your post, but on Goodreads still without the video. Here we go. Notice this is where the video should be, and if we go to Book Pumper, that's where it is. Here's the original post, The Girl Who Hates Kindle. Here's the video, live video. Now here's the rest. I also included a little image to show you that on Goodreads, when you go there, it includes images. There's the image, but it forgets the video. Hopefully they'll update that in the future. Obviously, it'd be better for if we're discussing a video, we need to see the video. Right. Okay, so let's move on. When you do upload your video, use the old embed code from YouTube. The other codes are going to be very clunky and very tough. Just to save you some agony, YouTube's old embed code makes things very simple. Okay, did we go over everything on my author page? I don't think we did. Okay, one small thing I want to point out. When you see this, add an event, we'll go over events in the next video, but this is great because it reminds authors, hey, get involved. Make something fun, make a contest, add an event. Events are very powerful, and it's constantly right there. If you haven't added one, it'll keep reminding you. Okay, now, there's my buddies. Okay, when you want to contact someone on Goodreads, how do you do it? Okay, many ways. You can comment on videos. You can comment on their blog post. You can like their blog post, right? Obviously, you can review their books, too. But we want a network. We want small ways to reach out to people. If you look at my current activity, Paul's recent updates, I liked a photo of Joanna Penn, and I also commented on one of her videos. So we want little ways to contact people and make friends. Very powerful. Networking on Goodreads is very powerful stuff. Okay, there's the embed code. Now, this is the page of Goodreads apps to connect to Facebook, Twitter, to go mobile, Android. Very important idea. When you update something, in other words, you like a book, or you post a new book, or you post a contest, your activity can be pushed out to Facebook, to Twitter more. Right? Very important stuff, very powerful. Okay, Listopia. Now, Listopia is very much like Amazon's Listmania, so we're going to use the same idea, which is, let's say, for instance, you have a vampire book. You review vampire books that are mid-level, both indie and officially published, and include your book and include one of the giants. Right? Twilight is a giant among the vampire books. So we want a spectrum there. But of course, it goes without saying, we're not spammers. We do great quality work. We want, these are books that you've read, that you care about. You do a really good review here. You make something magnetic, something important that people want. It'll attract people. And of course, include your book. Premium author program from Goodreads. It's not live yet, but it's worthwhile you checking it out because they want you to vote on it. Are you interested? Should they roll this out? Which, trust me, we're going to want them to roll this out. They also ask you, what would you pay for that? What's fair per month? And what's your feedback? What would you want included? And for me, number one is communication with readers. If I have 1,000 fans, I would love to be able to talk to all 1,000 with the click of a button, of course, without abusing it. And Goodreads will, they'll balance it to a certain extent. They're not going to have us go crazy on messaging, but, and it's worth reading this here. These are the goodies they're dangling before us, and I think this is going to be very powerful, very good for us. Okie doke. Now, let's talk about groups. For example, you have a vampire book. We want to search for groups that have a lot of members, almost 12,000 here, right? And are active. Last activity, 47 minutes ago. We don't want to go to a group where no one's posted for 2 weeks. That won't help us. And going to a group with 20 people might not help. I mean, if you're targeted, you target things well, then more people and more active. That's what you want. But you can join more than one. You can join 4 or 5 groups. Now, when we do join a group, first thing is read the rules. We go down to self-promotion rules. We don't want anyone unhappy with us. In fact, we want the opposite. We want to be the guy who shows up and says, do you want a free Kindle Fire? We want to be the fun contest guy, the happy guy. And then after people are happy with us, the next step is check out my books. Or go to my hub and become a fan and get on my email list. And we want to network. We want lifetime customers. Okay, step 2, target the leader of the group. Now, why do we do this? Because in every group like this, they're going to say, listen, if you're an author and you want to promote your book, we have a special subforum for you. Now, in that subforum, there are 2 crickets staring at each other and nothing else. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a bunch of authors promoting their books to other authors who don't want to hear it. So basically, we don't want to be there. We want to target the leader of the group and say this: hi, I want to make a special contest just for your group and give away a Kindle Fire or a $100 Kindle Amazon gift certificate, and I want this to be just for your group. If she says yes, there's many great things she can do for you. 1, she's vouching for you. She's saying, hey guys, we're going to give away a Kindle Fire and here's what we're going to do. She's vouching for you. 2, she can post directly in the main page where everyone goes. So that's almost 12,000 people in this group, and there she is on the main page saying, you guys want a Kindle Fire? 3, she can message all 12,000 people directly and say, hey, there's a contest. Remember, she's branding this as the Paranormal Romance and Urban Fantasy Group giveaway, right? So once again, it's not about me, it's not about us, it's about her and her group. That's why it's going to work, right? So now it's a win for everyone. She wins, her group wins, her fans win, you win. Because you still want people to come to your hub and, well, if you want that Kindle Fire, come on to my hub and do this and do that and sign up, and which we'll go over in the next video. So You can see the basic idea of helping other people and giving them something great and fun. There's no salesman present. Once people like you, then the sales roll in. We are at the last tab, my friends. If I were to create a group, I would do this: book addicts, swag, gifts, shirts. In other words, great stuff that everyone wants. Do you want a free shirt about a vampire book, about a fitness book, about this, about that? I'd join it immediately. Now, other options are, of course, anything fun, intense, crazy, rude, helpful. Anything that helps the group. It helps them. It doesn't help me. Now, as I help them, they trust and like me. They come into my ecosystem, and then the sales happen. But just like Amazon, Amazon's the most powerful salesman on the planet, but no one considers them a salesman. Right? Okay, next video, contests.